Hi everyone. So who else gets the Missouri Star Quilt Company's newsletter? I opened my email this morning to see that reservations are already open for the Jenny's Countdown to Christmas for this year, for 2021. So I, of course, hopped on and reserved my box. So did you, or should you? Let's talk about it. Okay, so I unboxed all 25 of the Jenny's Countdown to Christmas little bags and boxes on my YouTube channel here last year, and I did one a day. It was so much fun. I absolutely loved doing it. It was a great end to a crazy year last year. It was very exciting. It was a huge bright spot. I had a lot of fun. So let's talk about whether or not you think let's talk about whether or not you might want to reserve this box. So first, let's discuss the cost. So the reservation cost, or the deposit this year, is $79.98, which is pretty steep, right? And that's just the deposit. That's half of what you'll need to pay. You'll need to pay the rest later. I believe in October it said that you would pay the other half. So the total comes out to about $159.95. So keep in mind though that you are getting 25 gifts to open during the whole thing. So this was the size of the box last year that came packed with goodies. Now here's the thing. The main thing you'll want to know is if the value was there. For last year, it was definitely there. The cost of the box was about the same. And if you watch my last video from last year, I would highly suggest going through and just watching all of them just to see if it's something that you might want to subscribe to. You'll get an idea of what you might be getting. But what you'll notice in each video is that I went over what the value was of the item that I received each day. So I went on and looked for something similar, or oftentimes I could find the same item and just kind of tallied everything up and gave a running total of what the value of the box was. So I think that would be very helpful for you to go look at. But on the 25th day with the last box, I did say what the running total was, and I think it was a little over $200. This was a while ago and a lot has happened since then, but I know the value was there for the box. But is the value going to be there for you? That is always the question, because with any subscription box I get, the value amount is always there, but sometimes there's not a value for me specifically. Like I didn't like the fabric, or I already have the notions that came. So what am I going to do with, 85 measuring tapes? I mean, because often I do get those. And here is an example. I gathered together some of the stuff I've received recently from subscription boxes that are all amazing items. But a lot of them, like I already have 2 pairs of quilting gloves. One of them is one I really love, and it's very similar to this one. The bobbin nest I received recently will be very useful for somebody, but it just wasn't for me because my bobbins didn't fit in it. A measuring tape I got in the Cupid box from the Fat Quarter Shop. Very, very cute, but I already have 2 very similar to it. This magnetic pin box, or pin container dish, I love this. I actually have the same one already, and then I have one that I got in my Jenny's Countdown to Christmas box that is very similar. So, I just start collecting these, and then after I get a whole bunch of items together, I usually do a giveaway, or I find somebody that I can give them to. So for me, it's okay because I have something I can do with them, but for some people, maybe maybe you'd rather spend the money on something else because you don't want to get a bunch of notions that you may not be able to use. What I look for in the boxes is projects. I really like having all of the items in the box come together where I can put a project together using everything that came in the box. I really like boxes that are really mindful of putting things together that can all be used together. The Pre-Cuts Quilt Shop is really good about that. A lot of their boxes come with all the items you need to make like a quilt top or a project, a bag, something. And that's what I'm hoping for this year with this box. The first couple items that came in the box were for project bags. You got zippers and then the fabric to make or not the fabric, but you got the zippers to make a bag and a pattern. And then there was a wall hanging that came. I might have, because I did store some of the stuff in here. So we got the stuff to make a little wall hanging. So there's a hook on the back and we got a wall hanger for it. So there was some great projects in here, and that's what I'm hoping for again this year. If you're new to sewing and quilting, you might be able to use all the notions that you'll get, but if you already have a ton of notions and things like that, it may not be a box to subscribe to or to reserve. Hopefully there are a lot more projects this year. I think that is some of the suggestions that I know I made and maybe some others made, were that there would be more like small projects, fabrics, to make a small project. So just keep that in mind, that I personally thought the value was there for the box. I felt like I got my money's worth, but just because I felt like I got my money's worth does not mean that I liked everything in the box, if that makes sense. If I thought that I could use everything in the box, I do think that they could have added some more Christmas-inspired projects maybe. I do think there was room for improvement, and I've seen that over the years that they have improved each time. So that's why I'm really excited for this year. So I personally, as soon as I saw it come through, went and subscribed again, because even though I may not have liked every single item as much as others, I thought the value was there. I thought they did a good job curating everything. I did think there was room for improvement on some things, but I think those items, they did acknowledge them, such as pins not being as sharp as they should have been and things like that. If you watch the videos that I posted, you'll see what I mean. So I'm subscribing. I'd like to hear from you in here if you are subscribing. If you are, put down in the comments hashtag Jenny's Countdown to Christmas box. And I would love to hear what you think, if you saw any of the videos of mine before, if you thought it was already a great value, if you're excited for it to improve. I'd like to hear your thoughts. And again, you guys, I'm excited. Can't wait till Christmas already. And I will see you next time. Bye.